Welcome to the Wild Magic Podcast, Season 1, The Rise of the Shine Brigade. This episode contains explicit language not suited for sprouts, tots, or toadstools. Trigger warnings and music credits can be found in the description below.
Welcome back, Shine Brigade. Where we last left off, you leaped out of the flaming Corti-tech with parachutes hidden by the alive Jason Ivy. You discovered tales of a pollinator that had flown outside of the top building, taking Micheal with it. With mysteries swirling around your mind and much up in the air, you snatched one thing before escaping from the OS Tritch. A couple journal entries from Micheal containing texts that you have not yet read. You fly down this large flaming building and feel the first drops of rain hit your skin. They make little pitter-patter sounds on the parachutes, and you land amongst a crowd of flashing cameras.
What were the pairs?
I've got Jason with me.
You were with Jason. Did we go together?
I went by myself.
You went by yourself?
I think I went. Yeah, we went together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we land, Anise has just been, gripping onto Recklin for dear life, sharing this parachute. And we get to the ground, and she is still just, iron gripped onto it. It's like, are we down? Are we down the ground yet? Are we on the ground yet?
If you actually stop holding me, you will be on the ground. You're just a couple feet. Wait, just if you relax that one. Oof.
No. Okay.
Oh, it's higher. All right. Oh. Well, hi there. Crowd of people.
She, peels open an eye and looks over and around and realizes we're surrounded by cameras.
Hey, do your PR thing. Or tell me when to handle this one. I'll just say whatever. I mean, I'll tell them all about the cool things that we... Do you want me to tell them all what happened in there? You tell me I talk too much about these things, so I just want to be cognizant.
You hear an overlap of voices as a barrage of questions hit your ears. It's difficult to make distinction of any specific question in general. Microphones are shoved into your face. Anise.
Hi.
What do you have about the allegations of Micheal Cortinarius?
Look, we, the Shine Brigade worked hard to save the day up here. Everyone, as far as we can tell, is safe and evacuated from the building.
Which is still on fire and could still collapse, so everyone should probably move away.
That's a very good call. Recklin, you've got a big voice, right? Do you think you could, round everyone up?
Hey, y'all, I think the building's about to fall down. If y'all could get out of the way of the burning hellscape, I think that would be a prudent decision.
Make a persuasion check. Keeping in mind, this is the media. They are kind of vultures about this kind of thing, and loss of life and limb is sort of not a great concern for them.
Oh, no. Actually, I'm not that bad. That is an 11.
An 11. You persuade some of the more reasonable reporters to leave and vacate the scene. Notably, you see a couple reporters still there, including Tia Tumbleweed, who is among them. Tia Tumbleweed is actually going to push forward through the crowd and is going to approach Griff. Griff and Cortinarius, do you have a second?
I'm going to look over at Micheal and look over at her and then look over at Jason and just see if there's anybody that's willing to make eye contact with me there to get me out of this.
Micheal makes eye contact with you, but he's wiping his mouth, walking away from a bush. He just puked seeing all the cameras, and his look is panic in his eyes. He doesn't look like he's about to help you.
Griff, do you think that your father fled Sunflower City in lieu of recent allegations against him for the attack of pollinators on our great city?
What? No. He would never do that, and I just hope he's okay.
So what do you think happened?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. We were in the building, and the systems were malfunctioning and attacking us, and then I saw something out the window in the distance. I'm really worried about him.
I have a follow-up question, if you don't mind. What of the allegations that because your father is from Cerulean, he's working with Grandmaster Frown? isn't a little bit suspicious that he happens to disappear after the attack on our Capitol building?
I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud and run away.
Okay. You cast Fog Cloud and it covers this media coverage area like a thick blanket. You sort of push through elbows and knees and sharp extremities to get to the edge of the crowd where I need you to make a stealth check. Give it advantage because you are obscured by a fog cloud.
Nice. I already have disadvantage on stealth, so because of my armor.
Good.
So I'll just take.
You just have advantage.
I have advantage. If you would.
No, you don't have advantage. You have a vantage.
That is a 12.
A 12. I'm going to say that beats the passive perception of everybody except for Tia Tumbleweed.
She's a fucking boss, man. She's the big bad.
You have a little bit of distance, but you lock eyes with Tia Tumbleweed through the fog. It's sort of like a brief passing of a cloud where there's sunshine piercing through. She is going to start moving towards you at an accelerated rate. What are you going to do?
I think first I kind of start walking faster, just like see if I can like lose her, like if she'll get the message that like I don't want to talk to you, you're walking after me. I'm just gonna keep walking and noticing that she is not leaving me behind. I am going to use a power I have not used before. I think big moments call for big actions.
Yes.
And I think in this moment, my emotions are so high that it kind of like unlocks this. And I am going to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen, which I'm going to flavor as my swarm, to just like melt into my swarm of microbots and then just like reappear like half a block away down the street behind a corner.
What does Griffin say as he's doing this?
Please help! Get me out!
Sure enough, a swarm of bots sort of obscures your being and you are whisked away at the speed of light. Tia Tumbleweed, and you guys hear this as she's sort of pushing through the crowd. It's sort of like a very found footage, shaky camera running after a culprit kind of thing. She says, Griffin Cortinarius running away from the scene. The scoop is that he could be in cahoots with Micheal Cortinarius. He could be working with Grandmaster Frown.
Delilah wants to cast Toll the Dead on like the camera for a while.
Are you about to kill Tia Tumbleweed? Okay, on the camera.
Delilah wants to cast Thaumaturgy.
I won't let her die.
Okay.
Delilah is going to channel her shine magic, this mix of blue and yellow light, and almost breathing in the aura of shine around her. And as she exhales into this booming voice, she uses Thaumaturgy to make her voice boom 3 times as loud as normal, to ask everyone to please leave the vicinity of the tower, and hoping that that's going to kind of be louder than her yelling into this microphone.
Okay, this seems sort of intimidation-y.
Great.
I will ask you to make an intimidation roll here.
That's a 2.
Oh no!
Though your voice is booming, the rain has started to pick up and it grows deeper and denser until it becomes more of a torrential downpour. You see smoke plumes begin to rise from the building, and it seems that the main fire has been put out to some degree. The rain has provided some sort of respite, some sort of lucky break for the Corti-tech building. None of the reporters seem to take heed of this loud, booming voice that echoes throughout the square. They seem to be more focused on the story.
I take it with the fog cloud and all the rest of the things going on, we've all kind of noticed that Griff is running from something.
Yeah, what is your guys' passive perception? He rolled a 12, so...
13.
11.
So Delilah knows. Rec does not know.
Alright, my passive is 13, but I do believe I've got 2 points of exhaustion, so I'm just gonna half that.
You're like delirious, bleary-eyed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, like Anise is barely together. That's why she's not like
But what about
speaking up more in the middle of this media story.
what about the counterbalancing force of like mom energy, where it's like I have to keep track of the children?
That is fair, but we've also been like taking assaults from media on like all sides. And she is like just barely keeping it together herself.
Man, I'm thinking the reporters are the big bad. Can we just fight them?
Seriously?
Campaign and
Roll for initiative.
See, this is why image matters. If they think you're weak, they'll go for you.
They smelled fear. I'm sorry, guys. Griff was afraid, and they could tell.
So, is anybody sort of taking point in these interviews here?
I think Anise is probably trying to, and not doing exceptionally well.
Okay.
There's a lot of ums and
Yeah, I will ask you to make that performance check.
Okay.
It is at disadvantage because you do have the point of exhaustion.
Delilah spoke as loud as she possibly could, and everyone still ignored her. So,
Sure. I mean, yeah, Delilah, you could just slink off.
yeah, pretty much.
Performance, you said?
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be an 11.
An 11. It's passable. You
Okay.
I mean, you
Right.
use your very detailed
Practice.
skills in media to deliver a convincing performance. The media seems to be pretty happy with what you said.
Right. Yeah, she's going on about how the important thing is that the people in the building have been returned to safety, and the firefighters are brave men and women they're fighting the fire. And as you can see, we have a fire that's under control.
They're the real heroes here.
Rex, tell these fine folks about the heroes that you know about.
Oh, I know them. I'm seeing them. Look at all them heroes up there and that flame. That's quite something, isn't it?
I think Anise is just like going from like a group of reporters to like group of reporters, and then like saying some things and then handing them off.
And Rick is just absolutely not knowing how to handle it. Just like, yeah, that fire, sure, one time I had an electrical fire because I left a plug half like kind of plugged in like by my sink and stuff, and he's just like giving some nonsense. Like, stuff like that. Like, I don't think he's helpful. He's trying to be helpful. He doesn't know how to be helpful. He just thinks more conversation is helpful.
And Anise doesn't realize what you're doing at all. She's like, great job.
It's giving very like man on the street type vibes, where it's just a random person getting interviewed, but you are actually part of the Shine Brigade.
Yeah, very much so.
Recklin, would you mind showing us a bit of your power?
I feel is it an insensitive because there's a fire there and then I can control fire here? Is that same a bit? Here, I'll do a cold one. Check it out. Do you have like a water bottle or something?
They kind of like search around. Eventually, a water bottle is produced. And,
I got them chili fingers. Power of blue. Power of violet. Chili fingers. They cast chill touch on it. Whoa! Or frostbite. Whoa! Chili.
Can you do anything else?
I feel it would be a misuse of my power. But you can keep that water bottle cold. That one's for free. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble now. Don't tell them Lisa did that. I say on BBC Live.
I will say, after an evening of interviewing, of things calming down a little bit, you all eventually find yourself back at the Shine compound. Notably, waiting there for Michael Brown is your ex-wife, Melissa.
Oh, no.
You walk around the building a little bit and eventually locate Triple P. You see that they're in the training room and both of your kids are sort of riding on the back of Triple P. Triple P seems, oddly enough, really into it. He is prancing around. He says things like, "Do not worry. I will protect you at all costs. This is my noble quest." And then your kids are just like screaming. They're like having such a good time. Melissa sort of watches silently from the side, arms crossed, with a neutral look on her face.
Michael assesses the situation as he walks in, thinking about how Triple P was just saying he really did not want them to ride him. And he's like, okay, I'll deal with that later. Starts making his way over to Melissa. About earlier. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Yes.
Michael, do you know how I found out that my children were at the Shine compound?
This was the safest place they could be.
Let me tell you, and you're gonna listen for a little bit, okay? I was watching the news, Michael. I was watching the news when I saw a little tidbit about the Corti-tech building being on fire. You know what else they said? The Shine Brigade arrived to save the day. I had to call so many people. I wasn't sure if they were inside of the building, if you had brought them there, if you had left them somewhere. I didn't know, because you don't tell me, Michael. I brought them to you because I know that these children love you a lot, and they care for you, and they want you in their lives. I brought them here because, against my better judgment, I think that they needed a father. Michael, we need to talk.
Is that not what we're doing now?
How can you be so nothing about everything, Michael? How can you be so nothing? Why is this the default? When we were married, You don't tell me anything, Michael. You never have. And now you do this? You bring my children somewhere I don't even know about? When are you gonna stop letting your father decide who you are? Your stupid, deadbeat father. Is that you? Because that's not the person I first met. That's not the person I knew.
You just don't understand, Melissa. You can't.
I've decided something. These kids are better off without a father.
Melissa, don't do this to me.
Don't do what to you?
I deserve visitation with my kids. They deserve to know me.
You act like I'm doing this to you, Michael. You act like everything you do is my fault. You're doing this to yourself. Twins, you ready? Alright, say goodbye to Triple P.
Just give me 1 minute, Billy. Just 1 minute. That's all I ask.
Fine.
Michael takes a few steps away from Melissa towards the door, gathering himself as much as he can, putting on a bright, happy smile as he approaches Emily and Aaron. Hey girls, did you have fun today?
Yeah, Triple P is so nice.
I see that you were on top of him for a
He's
little
much
bit.
bigger than he was in the television.
Oh, I know, right? Oh man. Hey, we gotta get going, girls. Your mom's here, so you're gonna have to go with her today. I just wanted to say goodbye. And Michael gets down on his knees and wraps his arms around both his girls, putting his head between theirs. I love you both more than you will ever know.
I love you too.
You be good for your mom now, okay?
Yeah. Are we gonna get to come back sometime soon?
Yeah. We'll figure it out. All right, now you get up. You go run off with your mom now, okay?
Yeah,
You don't want to keep her waiting too long.
All right, bye, Dad.
Okay. Michael stays on his knees on the floor and just waits until they're gone.
Triple P will walk up to you. Your children are lovely.
Thank you.
Is everything going okay?
Triple P, you know why I was hesitant to come here in the first place?
The dangers of the job?
I'm not a good man. And I'm trying to make change. But you have to know that. You just have to know that about me.
Michael, the former Shine Brigade, they were all good people. They died.
Michael just nods his head. Okay. Michael gets back up on his feet, looks Triple P in the eye. I'll see you around.
Yes, if you ever need anything.
Yeah. And Michael pats him on the back and walks out the door, heading to his room. And he's just gonna lock the door and yeah. I'm so sorry.
Are you okay as
Yeah.
a player?
Yeah. I'm like shaking a little bit. I think it was cold though.
Put on your jacket.
Yeah, you earned it, buddy.
Sure ain't cold-hearted.
How long ago was the Corti-tech building built?
The Corti-tech building is a relatively new addition to the tech district. It was constructed about 30 years ago.
Would Delilah's dad have had any part in helping construct that?
Well, it's totally possible. Yeah, that's about the time that he probably would have started out his career in architecture, so it's reasonable.
Probably at least working at the firm and help build it or something.
Yeah, and you know how those firms are. They all kind of know each other, so if he doesn't know it, then he probably knows a guy who knows a guy. But the rest of the Shine Brigade, you are back at the Shine compound. You sort of have time to do whatever it is that you want to do. You see that the rain continues to fall on the open, transparent windows that cover every single wall in the Shine complex. The smoke billows slowly in the distance. Night has fallen.
Denise immediately goes to the cafeteria area and gets herself an espresso. Follows it up with another espresso.
Sweet. Will you learn?
The second one she takes to go, and she goes. She's kind of like split off from the group and has gone to see if Jill is still around.
So you go up to Jill Sargosa's room. You see that it's currently locked. The lights are out. You have the assumption that she probably passed out immediately after all the crisis was over.
That's fair. Are there any other people that do like PR?
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of like interns around.
Okay, cool. If she can just like find someone she might know at this point, or just like a group of them, someone notable.
Sure, I mean, one person that you do know about is Doug Peen. He is an intern for the Shine Brigade building, but currently works under Jill Sargosa mainly.
And he stops in front of Jill's office, sees that it's all closed, lights out, and all that stuff. And she just stands there for like 6 seconds, like a bit just too long, and then just like turns around, starts like looking around like back and forth, like she's not sure where exactly she's going, and then eventually figures it out and starts going over to wherever like Doug tends to work.
Yeah, Doug has like a nice a little desk that's sort of in this amalgamation of perfectly lined desks.
Great, sweet. So she goes and approaches, and she's like, Doug.
Yeah.
She stops in front of him, and she's like, "How is the?" And she's got like her head's down a little bit, eyes closed, and she's like rubbing her forehead with one hand, other hand on the hip, just like tapping her foot rapidly. Like, how's the media coverage? How is it?
Oh, well, most of the stories are pretty positive, which is good.
Okay,
We have one or two here about the heroics, sort of a couple slam pieces about other media outlets that have dissed on you guys. We do have one that's a little bit problematic.
Oh gosh, what's happened this time?
Yeah, we have this headline from Tia Tumbleweed's office about Griff Cordinarius's involvement in Micheal's grand scheme or something.
Wait, this is just like a speculation piece, right? Like,
Yeah, this is not...
there wasn't like any bad, I don't know, footage or recordings or anything like that.
I think you're going to want to see this.
Son of a fungus.
You see the footage, very like Blair Witch-esque, of Griff sort of running away from the cameras. You see Griff disappear in sort of a flash of cameras, and Tia Tumbleweed continues to speculate on the nature of Griff's involvement in the Corti-tech issue.
Oh my gosh. She's spreading rumors. Rumors and rumors and rumors. And so many people looking at her reporting. Doug, do you have any ideas? Do we have any mitigation plans?
Well, Jill left me with the document. It's not very helpful. I think she might have been a little bit tired.
Yeah, that's. Let me see the document.
Yeah, sure. You get the document, and it's literally like the word French fries underlined, and that's it on the whole page.
And he's just like looks at it, blinks a few times slowly, looks at it some more. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading.
Sure, yeah, it says French fries, and then it's underlined a single time.
That.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you doing all right?
Well, look. Look. I don't know what she means by French fries. She's like rubbing her face, like taking another sip of the espresso.
I guess maybe one thing, when you're going skiing, there's sort of that strategy of pizzaing and French frying. Sort of maybe sometimes it's like a media allegory about sometimes you need a pizza and other times you need a French fry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So skiing. What does this have to do with the fire again?
Maybe the op-ed on Corti-tech is the pizza, and our counterpieces on the goodwill of the Shine Brigade are our French fries.
Okay, yeah, sweet. You've got this, Doug.
Doug clearly has this.
Yeah.
Doug the intern is smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. He's a hardened intern.
Where do you think he gets all those good ideas?
I should mention this dude is a fairy. He's like a small guy.
This grizzled old fairy.
I don't know. A lot of nights of staying up late will do that to you, right?
How big is he?
He's like between 3 and 4 feet.
Nice.
He's got like a full like beard, sort of like wearing lumberjack clothes.
It's like, can you believe I'm only 16?
Been working in the mines since I was 6.
All right. You know what? Do your French fry thing.
The French fry.
Just, I mean, you know what? If you can figure out how, just fucking destroy Tia Tumbleweed. I can't deal with her shit anymore. And then Denise is just gonna like walk away in the direction of a wall, and then realize she's walking toward a wall. And look around, and then turn and then go toward the stairs.
Good talk. Okay. I'm assuming that you pretty much just pass directly out.
She's going about business. She's going about business. She doesn't know where she's going. So yeah, she's probably finding the rest of the group after that.
Okay. Yeah, Recklin, Griff.
I think Griff is like up in his room, maybe out on the balcony, high up on the Shine Tower, just kind of sitting with his feet against the rails in the rain and just kind of letting the rain pour on his head as he looks out and just kind of watches the fire of his father's majestic tower slowly peter out, leaving behind the ruins of this building, and he's just sitting there trying to come to some kind of meaningful conclusion on what's happening, but not really reaching anything.
I think Delilah comes up on the roof with a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. And she comes out and pulls out a cigarette and goes to light it and then notices you. And she's just like, oh, hey Griff, how are you doing?
Oh, hey Delilah. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm doing.
That was pretty crazy there back at the tower.
I just can't believe it's gone. I can't believe he's gone. Do you really think he would do something like that?
I only knew your dad from the news. Him being this super rich inventor type. I never really knew what to make of him. I was kind of skeptical of his inventions, if I'm honest. But, he raised you, right?
I just can't see it. I mean, he's distant and he's obsessed with his work, sure, but his only intention has ever been to make Daffodil a better place. Make Cerulean a better place if we could ever get back. I just can't understand how he would ever work with Frown. But now the media, they've just taken this, and oh god, that interview with Tia Tumbleweed. I'm going to have to leave the planet. I'm going to have to hide forever. I can't show my face out there again, and this day just keeps getting worse.
Griff, some of my closest friends are from Cerulean. I've seen people say all sorts of things about being evil or coming here to destroy everything. I've heard it all before. None of that is ever true. I've never met anyone trying to destroy the planet. You know, like, I guess somewhere off in Cerulean right now, Frown's probably planning that. Whatever. I don't think your dad could have really been up to what all the news people are saying. We've seen Tia Tumbleweed. She has no clue. She's talking out of nowhere.
Thanks, Delilah.
The fact your dad did try to murder, all those murder robots tried to kill us, that's a little more concerning to me.
Yeah, you're right.
If it wasn't your dad, then it was someone. I'm still really confused about what all those caterers were doing there.
Yeah, I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't even stop to think for a second. But I think we have to go back at some point, right? And at least try and find some evidence, try and find something more. And I think at this point, Griff remembers that he found his father's journal. He's like, wait, I have something. And he pulls it out, realizes it's raining, and then steps back inside before it can get too wet. I'm going to open up the journal and see what I can find on short notice, just flipping through it.
Okay. There are 3 journal entries of note that you find inside of his journal. All the rest are very sort of dry business encounters and flimsy ideas that he sort of just writes down. Some of it is actually just complete gibberish, sort of scribblings and diagrams that don't make much sense. But it seems like once in a while the handwriting becomes more clear and distinct journal entries become known. Why don't you go ahead and read them out loud?
Delilah, you gotta hear this. Page 1. I talked to Jason of his time in the war. His story reflected mine in many ways, though he's always had a sense of glorious bravado, whereas I just remember the tragedy. In a moment of weakness, I asked him how he could be so content having lived through such atrocities. He told me a war story, an allegory of the importance of mindfulness, though the strength of comparison was flimsy at best. To be in my position, one needs to squelch every insecurity with resolve. One must destroy any sense of doubt. I feel strange. I think I may have had more to drink than I thought. I think it may be wise to lie down. Entry 2. I feel myself losing him more and more. The Shine Brigade has him in a vice grip. It instills some false sense of self, a delusion of importance. How can I convince him the work we're doing here is far more important than his ego? How can I convince him that his mind is the single greatest tool we have? I was warned of the rebellious nature of youth might corrupt him. I presumed minor experimentation with glaze, maybe a fling with some airheaded youth with an arts degree. How is it then, of all people in this world, Griff was chosen by the Shine Brigade to throw his life away? After all that happened on Cerulean, how is it that I would be so unlucky? The universe works against me. This is nothing new. I built Corti-tech on the encumbered foundation of waterlogged wood and rusted nails. I dragged Sunflower City into a new age of technology on legs shattered under the pressure of war. I've bloomed under dire circumstances, and I'll be gloomed if I can't do it again. I will speak to Griff today. If he refuses to see reason, I will have no choice but to continue without him. I can stop all of this. I can get her back, for both of us. Entry 3. Griff continues his fruitless escapades with the Shine Brigade. Jason tells me he seems happy. What is happiness in the grand scale of war, the fate of 2 planets? I wish I could tell him the full extent of Prism technology, our place in all of this. His mind is too fragile. I fear he could not bear the full weight of responsibility as I do. He needed more time. Damn the Shine Brigade and damn this place. I wonder what it'd have been like if we were all together. Maybe we would have taken up residence on Morel. We could sit on the porch and drink nectar and watch the world pass us by. Maybe Griff would have preferred the arts. I could have shown him the beauty of cerulean, the sprawling mushroom jungles, the soothing, melancholic chime of insects, the vibrant, bioluminescent caves. Maybe we could have been friends. Maybe things could have been different. Well, daydreaming is for the feeble-minded. I shouldn't waste time wondering what could have been, as I have more important things to worry about. Time for wavering is over. I can only hope Griff will come out okay on the other end. Can I roll an insight check on the prism?
I will let you roll a history check on the prism technology.
Ooh, that's a 4.
Can it be a Corti-tech? We already have HVAC.
Yeah, we'll call it a Corti-tech.
Advantage?
We'll call it... No, not on this one, unfortunately. What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
A 4. It's something that itches at the back of your brain. You know that your father has been working on a very big secretive project that he has not let you in on. You've seen documents that have been hidden through multiple layers of encryption. There's sort of been a hush-hush nature around engineers that have worked on this at Corti-tech. Nobody's told you exactly what it does, but it's sort of had this air of being game-changing.
I think he was talking about my mother. He doesn't speak about her much, and all I know is that when he came over from Cerulean in the last batch of refugees, she didn't come with him, and he won't say more to me about it. I wish I knew what this prism was. I know he was working on it, but I don't have the faintest idea of what it could be or what it does, but maybe that's what they were after. The caterers or whoever started the fire, maybe that's what they were after. I think we should go talk to everybody else.
Delilah had just lit her cigarette while you were reading that, and upon hearing that, sighs and throws it on the ground and stomps it out with her hoof, and will follow you down back to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to. I'm assuming on our floor with all our bedrooms, we have a common area of sorts.
Yes, there is a common area. It has a foosball table, a pool table, a couple TVs that have been set up around, some primo snacks and little bins. I think that currently Anise and Micheal are in their rooms for various reasons. Recklin, would you say you're in this common area right now?
I'd say Recklin's in it. He's on his phone, slowly typing out a message to someone.
I wonder who that someone is. What are you doing over there?
Oh,
I never see you on your phone.
You're right. I'm trying. You're right. I should be in the moment. Hey, bud, what's up? Hey, how are you doing? Actually, how are you doing?
I don't know. I just opened my father's journal entries, and does this look important to you? And I'm gonna show him the relevant passages of the prism, and then him squelching insecurities, that kind of stuff.
That's quite the read. You said you hadn't heard about this prism thing?
I know he was working on it, but do you think that could exonerate him if we found it? Because I don't know, maybe the break-in was because of that and not because of something that he was doing. I mean, maybe someone took him.
Yeah. Maybe someone that very well could be true.
You believe me, right, Recklin?
I don't think now is the time for...
Recklin, you have to believe me. He wouldn't do anything.
I believe you, and I think that your father had reasons for things, and that in many ways he was a good man. I don't know. The evidence isn't good. I don't know. But I don't know. You know, I don't know what I don't know. And I don't know this. And I think we just gotta go find him. But I don't look at me like that.
You said that we were a team.
We are a team, and we're gonna find this out.
If we're gonna be a team, we all have to trust each other and take a leap of faith for the Shine Brigade, for Daffodil, for everybody. And Recklin, every bone in my body tells me my father didn't do this. And I just need you to trust me. Please.
Recklin nods his head. Yeah. I promise.
Okay.
I trust you.
We gotta take this to the toy maker, and then we gotta go back to Corti-tech and find out, I don't know, more evidence or something.
Okay.
There's gotta be something we can do. And then we gotta find him. Because if he's gone, that means that he's probably in danger, and he probably needs me. And, while he can be kind of a bastard, he's still my father, and he's still a good man. And I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to him either.
Your daddy raised a good son.
I'm gonna... I assume Anise is probably passed out from, what is this now? 60 hours sleepless.
What's your best perception?
15.
15?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, no, you definitely hear some, like, clattering and then some, like, muffled swearing from the stairwell. She comes up the stairs, comes out the door. She's, like, got this, another coffee in her hand, and you see that she's, like, jittering. And she, like, comes into the lobby.
Okay, then I'm gonna look for Micheal then, now that you're here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Michael's in his room still, for sure, if you want to knock on the door.
Absolutely, yeah.
I just want to make sure before I get into this, the rooms are extremely customizable, right?
Yes, yes, they will allow you to do anything you want, and they will purchase it for you.
Okay, awesome. When you knock on the door swings open, and in front of you is a row of houses, specifically in front of one. Yards, the blue sky. It looks like you've just stepped out into another part of Sunflower City. But the house in front of you, you can see some movement in the window.
So there's a house inside of a bedroom.
There's multiple houses. This is a street.
What? Oh.
You brought like suburbia into the Shine complex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta take a second to double take that. What? And then, well, one of the houses seems to be occupied, so that one must be Michael's. And I'll go knock on his door again for the second time.
You hear some clanging, clattering. Sounds like some things are being shuffled around, and then Michael opens the door. Oh, hey, Griff.
Is this your street at home?
It was when I was living with Melissa. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Anyway, we gotta go talk to the toy maker or Pony Puffy Pants or something, and I need your help. We have to go back to the lab, and we have to try and rescue my father. I think he might be in danger.
Yeah, of course. I'll
I'm gonna peek in and try to see what the heck he was doing in there just a little bit.
Inside, you just see trash everywhere. There's Dorito bags, sunflower seeds everywhere. There's sugary drinks and just like trash and just junk food. The TV's on. There's some, I forgot what the sport was called.
It is called Flower Ball.
Flower ball, perfect.
We missed the perfect opportunity to canonize pickleball as the national sport.
We're
look,
fools.
we haven't talked about
Yeah, it's not too
National
late.
that
sport,
could be Flower Ball could be like a niche thing, right?
That's the old school way of playing pickleball.
Also, I feel like cricket has to be like a category. Like, it's especially popular amongst the cerulean population.
I like that a lot.
little blast of cerulean culture.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
So on the TV, you see the flower ball game is going. It's a recording. Michael has been binge watching these over and over and over again.
It's
probably
just like the 96 championship game from 20 years ago.
Oh no.
it's a good game. It's a good game. It looks like a mess. The one thing that you distinctly notice, I think, as well, is that there are no pictures of his family.
I think I'm just gonna leave that. Like that's more than Griff has the capacity to deal with right now. And he makes like a mental note to like maybe let maid service know to kind of help out in here. And then he's gonna head back down the street toward the door.
Michael will follow you. I'm a couple feet behind.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a second, catch up Anise and Michael on the situation, show them the notes.
While you're in there, Anise is gonna go up to Rec. It's just, hey, Rec, did you know we're on what floor number is this? Yeah, they really need to make a better, more clear button on the elevator.
I always just do highest one. I have no idea what number it is.
Is that what we are?
Highest.
So okay.
I don't know.
Look, we have a and she's like head down, eyes closed, rubbing her forehead a little bit, tapping her foot rapidly. We got a
Anise.
There was something that I needed to tell you. Yeah, those interviews you did went well, right?
Oh, they went amazing. They went sky high, just like we're high now. Is that what you want to tell me?
Yeah. That must.
Yeah, I told them all about the various electrical fires I've caused in my life by accident. How dangerous they are. I stress the importance of electrical safety and
safety. Okay,
lots of it, and how you don't want to add reclaimed wood into your garage because it's actually a really big fire hazard. It looks good, but it's a big fire hazard. But it was mostly that. But I think it went well.
Okay,
people really liked it, so it was good.
Okay. Yeah. Safety. Right, safety. That's good. That's
big
good.
Takeaway, I'd say.
Right. Maybe you can work with some of the interns down on the PR floor on safety or something. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I think Griff's getting together something, but trust me, I will take your word on that whole talking to the interns about what they should be reporting on. Because those interns, they're not reporting on the important things like fire safety and stuff like that. Now, I agree with you on that. Actually, there's a lot of things I've been thinking about recently. I think we need to get a lot more. Like, I don't think people are talking enough about like how I think that we should have different like soda can, like the cans, like that. I don't think the circular's as good as other things. But you're right. I think I got a lot of like good ideas.
Okay.
No, it's neither here nor there. But I'll get in contact with them about that. And I got some good funny fishing jokes. That's just so good. But how about we'll put that off in a moment. Mental note taken.
You think about that. Hey, do we have a coffee machine up here?
Do you need more coffee? How are you not like? Are your innards okay?
I think Griff rolled up and is like, Anise, you're here. I thought you'd be asleep for sure.
Maybe I would be, but there's stuff to do.
Okay, Anise.
Interviews and things.
Why don't you take a seat? Just right here. Just take a seat.
I'm going. I'm spry, and she like does some movements, some like faux jumping jacks. I got this. I'm up. What do we got? We're gathered for some reason here, right?
We were all gonna go to bed.
Yeah. I was actually just on my way to my room. There's a late night mission.
Yeah, we were all just talking about the importance of sleep after a big day.
Wait, there's a late night mission?
Yeah, Delilah, you mentioned something about that, right? Michael's like eyes are just like pleading, like please, she needs this.
Delilah, seeing the state that Anise is in, is definitely like, I don't know what you're talking about, Michael. I was going to sleep.
Right, no, we need the sleep for the late night mission. We need to sleep early so that we can be awake for that. Right?
Right? I was telling a lie. There's no night mission. What the night mission was, I want you to all, and this is a very important mission, very important mission. I want you all to be proud of yourselves. I collected you all so you could all remember to be proud of yourselves. So we're all going to take a nice, this is an important mission.
Right,
You go
right.
take that, everyone taking the mission, be proud of yourselves, and we will get to topics tomorrow morning.
That's fine and dandy, Recklin, but
All right,
But we
who's got
have-
sleep?
we've
Someone
got-
cast sleep.
I wish.
I have checked my spell list 4 times.
I know. I was like, I thought I had it.
I am the only one who has sleep.
And you ironically never use it. Wow.
Only on
Oh,
others.
only on
Spider
others,
takes
not on
spider
yourself.
climb.
Alright, well, before I go to bed, I'm gonna head downstairs for something really quick, but Anise, you just stay here and I'll be back. I'm gonna look at the other guys and just nod toward the stairwell,
Okay.
and then sneak my way down to the basement to meet up with the toy maker in Triple B.
Michael nods and says, "Oh yeah, I think there's some sleep medication down there I can get. Having a lot of trouble sleeping here. It's tough not being in your home."
Oh, yeah, no, totally get that, yeah.
Yo,
I
you
should
go.
get home, shouldn't I?
Ooh.
She's gonna
been
try.
No.
Yeah, I should, sorry, it's been a while. Do we have, for real, Recklin, do we have anything that we need to do tonight? I haven't been home in a few days.
Hey, Anise. How about you sit down on the couch with me and I can turn on the news and we can check out what's happening with it?
Is there something important?
Yeah, just take a seat on the couch here. You can put this pillow right next to your head here.
Oh
okay?
gosh.
Yeah, just
Okay.
Just
Wait.
relax, we'll
So
watch
what
the
are we?
news.
What are we looking at? And she actually does go sit down. On the
we're just analyzing the
Okay.
coverage to see how we can spin it. Okay, and then
what are we looking for?
anything that we
What
can
do you think?
use that we can spin.
Okay.
Yeah, just
okay,
keep your concentration on the TV. And then Delilah's
Yeah.
gonna kind of go behind Anise as she's staring at the TV, right? She's gonna grab her
Yeah.
bass. She's just gonna start calmly playing some very soothing guitar, guitar lullabies, adagios.
I think Anise is leaning forward, looking at the TV, right? And then eventually she puts a hand up, and is resting her head on her hand and watching the TV. Still a bit visibly jittery from the coffee. It's Master GM.
That's me.
Should there be any sort of role associated with this?
I think that you are so exhausted.
You are how old and have been up for 60 hours?
60?
I don't mean to be
60
rude.
hours?
I do not mean to be rude, but
Anise is 48.
okay. Wow.
She's had kids.
She's used to it.
She's
I
used
know.
to it.
Yeah,
She's used
she
to
does
it.
this a lot.
60
But
hours?
60 is kind of probably.
You're 3 hours
it's
away
been-
from meeting the Hat Man.
No.
Yeah, actually, Hatman is
It's been definitely more than
If you
48.
would like to try to stay awake, I will have you roll a Constitution saving throw. The check is rather high.
Good.
Oh my god.
I would need 40.
All right, at disadvantage because of the
You
Yeah.
die from
Nice.
exhaustion.
Oh, no.
That was shockingly a 14. Coffee's doing work.
I'm sorry, the DC was higher than 14. You haven't slept for 60 hours?
It's been a
That's what I
while.
said earlier.
All right, with the slow lull of the bass playing with the monotonous tone of the news reporters, you find yourself drifting off into a very deep sleep.
I think the rest of you just see her lean more and more onto her hand. And then eventually she just kind of falls to the side and tumbles off the couch.
Oh,
It is still fast asleep.
Yeah. Delilah's just gonna put the pillow under her head, throw a blanket over her, dim the TV and turn it down. We need to make her take 2 long rests to clear exhausted.
that's
All right, in the session there, we
it's only 12 hours. That's fine.
Oh my god,
It's only 12 hours. That's
it was Anise.
That's a good amount of sleep.
Congratulations, Shine Brigade, on successfully making Anise sleep for once.
Hardest battle yet.
Okay, so you guys are going downstairs to see the toy maker.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll follow you down there.
Yeah, I'll be a sec.
Okay, how can I help you?
What do you know about the prisms?
Sorry, the what?
The projects that my father was working on recently. Did he have any kind of contact with the Shine Brigade about it?
Oh, not to my knowledge, no.
Do you think Triple P would know something about it?
Perhaps he would. Maybe it would be best if you ask him.
Okay. I will go look for Triple P then. Yeah.
Yes, how can I help you?
I found these journal notes from my father. Do you know anything about a prism?
Do you have a moment for a story?
Yeah. It's not going to be a war story, is it?
No,
Oh.
I promise you it will not be a war story. Griff, the previous Shine Brigade, you probably know of them. They died fighting Grandmaster Frown. However, a lot of the means in which they went about actually doing it is not known to the public for a good reason. We collaborated with your father for a mechanism in which we could travel to Cerulean without the use of the rainbow bridges. I was not briefed on the details specifically. I was just told that we had an opportunity to put a decisive end to Grandmaster Frown. On the day that it happened, Richard was certain that we could defeat Grandmaster Frown. I had just been injured in a battle against the Caterpillar, and I was incapacitated. Richard, with all his confidence and heroics, was certain that the Shine Brigade could deliver the final blow. He made the decision that nobody on Cerulean should suffer any longer, and he used this technology to transport the Shine Brigade to Cerulean.
Do you think that this might have something to do with why he disappeared? I mean, you can't believe everything on the news, right?
No, you cannot. But I'm not sure what happened. Did not take long after they left Sunflower City for my connection to Richard Oak to sever. I don't think that your father... Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. But we were so certain that we could deliver the final blows. I got visions of green light, of victory, and I don't know what went wrong, but the prism was a part of it.
Would I have known what the Caterpillar is?
The Caterpillar was a giant caterpillar that frequently attacked coastal cities. It would sort of emerge from the ground, a gigantic beast, and lay ruin to skyscrapers and big monuments, especially big monuments. It was sort of a nuisance for many years until the Shine Brigade heroically defeated it.
Was it hungry?
Oh, I would say it was pretty hungry, yes.
Caterpillar, more like Catazilla.
Wait a minute. It comes from the ocean. Okay. Yeah. Well, we gotta find him, right?
Yes, I suppose that would be a wise idea.
And we gotta find that prism.
You said that Richard had it. Did it ever come back?
No, I'm afraid that when Richard Oak left for Cerulean, he brought the prism with him.
Okay, well, in the morning, I want to go back to Corti-tech. If there's nothing else for us to do, I want to go investigate the building and see what else I can find.
We have a team of people in the Corti-tech building right now. You can look for yourself too if that's what you want.
Are they good people?
Well, I would think so, but I suppose you also can't trust much of anybody nowadays.
Okay. Well, I need to rest, but if you guys are okay, would you come with me tomorrow?
Of course.
Sure.
I've got this brunch thing, but I could probably try to reschedule it.
Delilah's awake in the mornings?
It's not really a choice thing.
Veggie Shack sleeps for no man. Alright, I'm gonna go up and go to bed.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I need that rest.
I think before you step off, I think just Rick, hey, Griff, buddy, I gotta dials up to Griff. I know this is a lot, okay? I know this has been a really hard time for you, and you've been handling it amazing. But if you need to talk about it to any of us, let us know. This is the kind of stuff that doesn't just easily go away in your head. So if you need to bounce it off someone and just get it out of your head, it doesn't need to live there.
I think Griff looks down for a second, and when he looks back up, he's visibly crying.
Oh.
And it's just, thanks, Rick. I can't talk about it right now.
I know, I understand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I'll give Rick a hug.
Oh, yeah, Rick. Nice big warm hug back.
Oh, best hugs.
So good. So good. Yeah, you take care. Let me know. And Rick will go up to his room, too.
Okay. Everybody returns to their rooms, gets a good night's sleep. For Anise, probably you get 2 good nights sleeps.
No, I'm sleeping on the floor right now. So.
Probably got a crick in your neck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We take it. It's a W.
It's like you've just conditioned your body to no longer require as much sleep as other people, or you're just chronically tired. But you thrive in that state. Okay, so Shine Brigade, the night passes and you take respite in your individual rooms, running back the events of the day. But eventually sleep does find all of you. You awake in the morning. Corti-tech seems to have been put out. The sun shines a new day on Sunflower City. Delilah, you do have that brunch thing.
I'm going to send a text about meeting a little later.
You get a smiley face and a thumbs up.
I think Griff got up pretty early and is like, yesterday just kind of rushed off in a panic, but this day wants to be more prepared. It's like packing his tools away, his things, and, anything he might need. He packs like a bunch of extra notebooks and a magnifying glass that I don't know why you'd ever need it, but, maybe there'll be some tiny clue where you have to get really up in there.
Need to burn some ants or something. Who knows?
You never know when it might come in handy. And goes in to wait in the lobby for everyone else to get up.
If you see what Anise did at some point in the middle of the night, make her way back onto the couch. And it's just like laying there, blanket mostly over her, but like one leg is just kind of like out and like not on the couch either. She just splayed out.
Okay, so assumedly you all gather in the lobby.
Yeah.
Rested up, you gain the benefits of a full rest, all of you. Anise, you can go ahead and take away your points of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion.
You can go ahead and take away 1 point of exhaustion.
Maybe the coffee hell is a temporary exhaustion reliever. I don't know.
Oh no.
I think she eventually wakes up with just a splitting headache.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad.
Sort of the after smell of rain and fresh cut grass fills your nostrils as you walk out. The sunflower garden, vibrant and blooming, especially this time of morning. Sunflower City is waking up, and you make your way through heavy congested traffic to the Corti-tech building, which has been partitioned off. There is a small squadron of police that have been stationed outside to make sure that no vagabonds or miscreants enter. A little bit of smoke still rises from the building. You see the remnants of the wreckage. And the first thing that you notice is the distinct smell of burning, of cinders, of ash, of things that once were. The police officers let you into the Corti-tech building, and immediately you see that a lot of it has been heavily damaged. The lower floors are relatively unscathed, but the further up you get, the more covered in ash everything is. Touching any surface would result in a handful of dirt and refuse and grime. Papers lie scattered throughout the floor in various states of disrepair. I'm going to ask you guys to make a group investigation check.
Natural 20. Oh! I got a 21.
I rolled a 17 and then a 6 because disadvantage.
13.
10.
A lot of this building has been destroyed. You try to search through offices, especially your father's office, and you notice that most of it is completely gone. The fire seems to have taken it.
You okay, Griff?
He loved that desk so much. It was made of a special wood you can only find on Cerulean.
One thing that you do notice, you feel around your pockets searching for your magnifying glass, and your hand goes over one of the key cards that you took the other day. Each of the key cards has an image of a face of the employee on it. Looking at this key card, it does not seem to match the face of one of the caterers that you encountered the other day. The second one that you encountered that you got this key card from. The person that you saw, that you met, was distinctly different from the person that this key card belongs to. And that's all you find.
The lunch order, man. It was the caterers. That was a good call, Delilah.
I tried bringing it up when we were just letting them out into the night, but...
We should have kept them around and questioned them more. I don't have anything but a face to go on, but I don't know how the heck we'd even begin to find him with just that.
Look, there's records, there was media all over the place. I'm sure we can find someone who has video footage of the people who are running out of the building.
That's a really good idea.
Not just footage. One of those ambulances, they were checking out everyone coming out. Wouldn't have one of them put them in the record? Wouldn't we have records of everyone who was coming out? Because they were investigating everyone for injuries when they came out, right?
You guys, we might actually be able to find them. All right, well, I don't think there's anything else here. Why don't we go back and we'll see if we can pull the media footage and see if Triple P can request that or something. And then we'll also go and see if we can pull the information from the hospitals too. That might be hard to get to, but yeah, at least we have something to go on now.
Were there any casualties associated with this?
There were, as far as the police know, as far as anybody knows, no casualties, miraculously.
So what's your plan on finding him, Griff?
We get back to the Shine Complex, and we start going through TV footage. But this time, let's not use the window.
Okay, you guys go do that then. I've gotta get to a thing.
Thing?
Yeah, Michael, a thing.
Don't we have more important things to do with all this shit to figure out?
Yeah, I guess you do.
Look.
Alright, we'll see you around.
No, come on. Michael, she can't just leave.
No, I gotta respect that. I have to respect that.
They're just like bickering back and forth. I think just for like
what she's about.
For a visual, Anise, like, even though they're inside, Anise still has like sunglasses on. She's got like she's got like dark sunglasses on. She's got she's got like a big smoothie that like clearly has like espresso on the bottom.
Yeesh.
It's like spinach and kale.
Oh
and
yeah, it's like this green. And then it's
oh.
Right. She's been kind of grouchy all morning.
I would be too if I drank that. Oh, God.
So, Delilah, you take your leave while they bicker, and you make your way up to the Petal District, this area of Sunflower City where it's sort of very gentrified, very rich. It's like where all the art museums are. It's a coffee shop on every corner. There's buildings that tower above other buildings that are decorated with accents of gold. Flowers of all sorts bloom in expanding gardens. It smells constantly like a fake perfume. And you make your way to an old spot that you can bear in this town. It's called Jane's Cafe. It's sort of this one remaining bastion of the old petals that still remains. You arrive and you see that Jane's Cafe has been replaced with another breakfast place. On the sign, instead of Jane's Cafe in simple typeface, in bold, glittering letters, it says Sauvage.
Oh no.
Your father walks up and greets you. You see that he's wearing sort of a dad outfit. He's got these long white tube socks that descend into sandals. He's wearing short cargo shorts.
He's wearing sandals on his satyr feet?
Yes, he is.
Ooh.
He's wearing sort of this button-up Hawaiian shirt. His hair is sort of a shaggy mess in the back. On his days off, he really likes to take his days off, you know. When he goes into the office, he's business as usual. Button-up short-sleeve shirt and long khaki pants. But today is a day of relaxation. Today is a day where he is going to see his daughter. And so he approaches you and he says, "Hey, Snugbug, how's it going?"
You know, it's going about as good as it can go, Dad.
Yeah. Well, looks like they've changed this place quite a bit, eh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid to go in.
Could be fun.
It won't be.
Right, yeah. So you walk into Sauvage. It is a confusing mess of minimalist design. The walls are all white, which sort of makes it hard to distinct shadows. You're not really sure if this is like one amorphous room or like a couple rooms put together. The steps are all difficult to walk up, and there's this very large cylindrical fish tank in the center that stretches from the floor to the ceiling that has one fish swimming in it. You are led to a table, which is 2 cushions and like a big plank of wood on the floor. You see in the center there is this glowing and pulsating crystal. You are given water and a waiter approaches the table. Have you been here before? Do you know how it works?
No, we don't.
Oh, okay. Do you know your intermediate frequency wave?
Oh. Oh yeah, you know, I think we got it figured out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
What is it then?
It's none of your business.
Oh, well, you see, what we do here is we kind of take your intermediate frequency wave and we like determine the best matching fit of dish for you.
Delilah is just gonna stare daggers at her dad.
Yeah, how does one determine these intermediate frequency waves? Oh, well, you put your hand over this crystal here, and depending on what color it glows, will determine what kind of person you are on the inside.
This is how you order food?
It's a mood crystal. A mood ring.
I would go to that restaurant.
Yeah, like, hold on. I think I fucking like that place. Wait.
Delilah is just gonna sigh and think to herself that she has never before this moment felt like she hated a place more than her mother's inspiration room.
Oh.
She'll put her hand on the goddamn crystal.
The crystal, interestingly enough, glows green, which you know is not at all accurate given your time with Shine Brigade. Oh, I see. So you're like a green. That means you got like a fiery soul, which means that we're going to be serving you today a deconstructed Belgian waffle.
Oh, it's just flour and eggs.
Yeah, wait.
How expensive is it?
We don't really do prices here. We sort of just, allow you to enjoy the experience as it is and then worry about the bill later.
Great. Yeah, sounds awesome. Thank you.
I guess I should try this. He puts his hand over it. It glows a bright blue. She says, "Oh, wow. So you have like a calm and gentle soul? Your like intermediate frequency waves are so calming, and that is why today we are going to be recommending you reconstructed pancake a la mode." We also, on the side, will be providing you mimosas a la carte and eggs a la carton.
This place rocks!
Great. All right. My name is Tiffany. If you need anything, please let me know. I'm just going to be experiencing the vibe of the room in the corner over there. Cool.
Dad, what the hell are we doing here?
Well, I'm sorry. I know this is normally the place that we would go, Snugbug. Does it make you? Do you want to stay?
I just really had my heart set on the veggie slamwich.
Well, yeah. So how are things?
Well, last night I followed my friends head first into a burning building, so...
Oh, yeah, right. That's so you.
Yeah, didn't you help build it?
What are you referring to there?
The Corti-tech building, didn't you? Wasn't that your firm? Built it?
Oh, yeah, we've done expansion work on Corti-tech all over the place as the years have gone by. They've needed a couple degrees of skyscraper expansion.
Fire suppression devices were working really great. Just putting out none of the fires. Look, it make me uncomfortable saying I'll make you uncomfortable first.
So, we don't like to get in your personal business. We try to let you be your own person so you can, really find your place in the world, right? Well, you see, Rick from the office was telling me that he saw something on the news that, are you this Shine Brigade thing? Is that something that you are a part of?
Yeah, I'm hanging around there until they realize they made a mistake in selecting me or whatever.
Is this a dangerous thing?
Yeah, it has been. I mean, my one friend just died almost like 2 times now.
Oh. Listen, like I said, your mother and I, we don't really want to intrude on your life or anything, but doesn't that seem a little bit too dangerous? I mean, after everything that happened, don't you think it's a bit much?
No, Dad, I don't think it's too much. I think it's just enough. This is the first place where, anyone actually, talks about real shit, talks about what's going on instead of just kind of tiptoeing around it. It's been really great actually doing something that matters for once.
Delilah, there's no use dwelling on the past. How's the bass guitar?
It's going great. I got a new one from the totally wrecked Jump King a couple of days ago. Yeah, how's Mom's art project going?
Oh, good. She's been preparing, for a while, a piece that really hasn't consumed everything that she is, and yeah.
Is there a wall of the house that isn't covered in paint?
Not currently, no.
Okay, well, let me know when she's done with it, and maybe I'll check in at home again. I just don't want to hold another vase. Where the hell is that waiter?
The waiter comes with the deconstructed Belgian waffle, which is literally just flour and an egg. The egg has sort of been cracked over and it's been stirred together into a mush pile. There's some aromatics sprinkled on top of it, like a green onion.
Yeah.
Reconstructed pancake a la mode is this really, really bougie ice cream that's sort of dripping down the pancake, which has made it really soggy. But they sort of leaned into it and made it a pudding.
Oh, that one sounds better.
Yeah.
At least you get ice cream.
There's a cart that is wheeling around mimosas of various alcohol content, and you just get a carton of eggs. You're just given the carton of eggs.
I think Delilah in this moment is extremely dissatisfied with what she's been served. She is going to take a moment to focus inward and focus on the seething resentment that she has for this place. And use that energy to channel her shine magic into cast the spell Borrowed Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I think she is going to think of her friend Recklin and Recklin's HVAC experience and Griff's sort of Corti-tech light shine energy experience and is going to use that to gain proficiency in Shine. And for the spell's duration, I have that. And then I'm going to use that to disassemble the crystal here on the table and use whatever Shine is powering that as like a stovetop to cook these eggs and this flour and all this shit I've been given into something that's actually consumable.
Okay.
Because I also work at the fucking veggie restaurant.
You disassemble the crystal, and there's like this very small indigo crystal inside that has been configured just to flash random lights. It's sort of like the one thing that indigo can actually be used for without being unstable in day-to-day common use, other than drugs. You can't really use that to heat up your food, unfortunately. Is this really necessary, making a scene like this? I know you're, you don't partake in the meat, and that's okay, but we could ask them for something else, maybe.
All I want is something edible.
Listen, we're worried about you.
Oh yeah? You are?
Yes, we don't want to see you hurt, Delilah.
I just think if that were true, you would have done something about it sooner than now. I've faced death 2 times, 3 times now.
It's
I fought a giant dragon the other day, Dad.
right. Yeah, it's Snugbug. It can just be difficult to talk to you sometimes.
Difficult to talk to me? You don't talk about anything.
We talk about plenty. That's what these breakfasts are for, right?
We talk about Mom's art projects. And we talk about whatever building it is you're working on now. And stairs. But never once do we ever talk about anything that matters. Never once do we talk about the only thing that matters.
I know that your brother has been difficult for you, but that was a long time ago. Don't you think it's time we move together past that as a family? Don't you think that time was a long time ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And you spent a long time moving away from it. But I'm not. I know people who need my help. I'm finally able to do something that keeps other people from losing the people that matter to them. And I'm going to start doing that. And so if you don't mind, I think I'm going to get back to it right now. And Delilah's going to stand up. She is going to... I'm deciding if she wants to throw it at Tiffany or throw it at... Delilah is going to pound her mimosa, smash the glass on the ground, and storm right out of Savage and hail the closest vehicle that can lead her back to the train station.
Okay, and you do that.
Delilah with the dramatic accent. Let's go.
Now, I mean, that is so intermediate frequency green. That is such an intermediate frequency green thing to do.
You were just so fiery in that moment.
Shit!
You played right into it, man.
I just have to question why green is the fire one.
Don't worry about it. It's the experts.
Because it's green. Don't you get it?
Why do they give the fiery souls the uncooked food, too? Is it because they can cook it themselves? They can figure it out?
Fucking tried.
Yeah. Oh, what a restaurant. That's crazy.
I love it. I would so go.
Michael's eye would be twitching the whole time.
Yeah,
just like,
I would.
Can I just get me a salmon?
Salmon? It's fine. This ain't salmon. You can't get salmonella from this.
Oh,
no.
All of you, in one way or another, make your way back to the Shine compound. I'm going to say that it has been a couple days at this point. You've had time to rest and recuperate and sort of get your lives in order, maybe go back and see families where appropriate. And eventually you are called back to the Shine compound by Eli Carnation.
Oh, did you say his name was Eli Carnation?
What Eli Carnation is the problem now?
All right, we're going to throw that whole previous bit away. It's in the trash. It's gone. I don't even remember it happening. Smith Bellflower is who I meant.
Oh, okay.
My
Like,
mistake,
I gotta
my
make
mistake.
notes about a new person.
No. Shine Brigade, you are called back to the Shine compound by Smith Bellflower after receiving a few days of rest. You arrive at the Shine compound to all of the cast of characters at the war room discussing something that seems very serious. The rainbow light shines in through the ceiling in a dazzling array of beautiful and tessellating patterns on the floor. You are all in the war room. Eli Carnation. God damn it. Who is Eli Carnation? I feel like fucking Charlie from Sunny, like on the wall. Like Pepe Sylvia. All the lines lean back to Eli Carnation.
Buckets of Eli Carnation.
Okay. Smith Bellflower approaches you. We are dealing with a situation that is happening in Cloud 7. Are any of you aware of Cloud 7?
That's two. Are there multiple clouds?
Yes,
Okay,
there are
okay.
multiple clouds.
I got nervous there. I have a friend on Cloud 9. Sorry.
Oh.
No.
Yes, so-
that was
You are familiar with the cloud bridges then, and the cloud cities.
I mean, I'm familiar that they're there, and I know someone in them. What's the situation, sir?
Right, so Cloud 7, if you guys are aware, it is known as Paradise. It is a town that was built on top of a volcano. They have been dealing with problems with the volcano slowly erupting, which up until this point has been dealt with by a slew of green gems that has slowed the tide of the eruption. However, we are receiving reports from Cloud 7 that something has gone wrong with their system of green gems, and they requested the assistance of the Shine Brigade to see if they could interface with their central shine capacitor and improve the situation.
If we need green light, could we bring Triple P with us?
He is afraid that with his connection to the old Shine Brigade severed, that separating himself too far away from the central shine capacitor might have unintended consequences on his well-being.
Oh, no. Okay.
Well, let's get going. I don't have any more questions.
Well, hey, unlike last time, plan. Plan.
You're right, Anise. So, do we know what's going wrong with the capacitor there?
They are not quite sure. Something has been amiss for a little while. They are reporting that their Shine Tech is simply not working in the way that they usually expect it to. The details are foggy, I'm afraid. But the reason why they requested you, the Shine Brigade, is because if this does not get solved, well, the eruption might complete.
The eruption?
Yes, the eruption.
Well, then there's no point in us waiting around here asking questions. We gotta look at the damn thing.
Is there a head engineer, like a name, a contact?
Yes, there is a contact. We will put you in contact with their head engineer, Lisa Matsutaki.
Okay, well, let's get some of this information then, and if we really have to go right away, then we can make plans on the way. But we're gonna make some plans, okay?
Michael scoffs and just walks away a little bit.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'd love to have Tia Tumbleweed show up and be unprepared again.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, as a mechanic, I've heard people describe problems plenty of times. It is completely different when you are looking at it. And if time is of the essence, then we need to get on that now.
I could not agree more.
We can plan along the way, okay?
Fine. Look, planning is important, and speech fades into the background.
Steamroll team!
This is gonna be great.
Planning on the way.
I will never have to learn because it's going to keep working out for me.
Have you all traveled by Rainbow Bridge before?
Of course. Wait, haven't you guys?
Hell, I mean, yeah, I've been on a few family vacations, few conferences with work.
I've never left Sunflower City.
Me neither.
Really?
Recklin, come on, tell me. You've been around a bit, right? At least.
Now,
No,
my mama
that
says
looking-
those things scramble your brains up.
I think Recklin is on something.
Deconstructed brain.
It is important to note that you will not be allowed to bring any reflective surfaces while traveling. This includes sunglasses, watches, anything with a metallic surface you will want to leave behind.
Anything with a metallic surface.
Yes, anything that is too reflective could have disastrous consequences when your body is turned into amorphous light and sent to another cloud city.
How reflective are our suits?
Well, we can just put them away,
definitely.
right?
I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. Yeah, because
The previous Shine Brigade has never had problems before traveling through this method, but they never brought out their suits when they were traveling, so
just keep it away.
it is advisable to, yes, put it away if possible.
All right, okay. Michael starts putting metal things back into his bag of holding that he had been taking out, thinking he couldn't bring any of it.
Delilah's gonna give you her guitar.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just disappears.
You guys did bring some more like small baggies for your liquids, right?
You got what?
Any liquids you have?
Yes, if you
Yeah,
bring...
it's pretty sunny over on Cloud 7. You brought sunscreen, right?
Sunscreen. We use that.
Griff, you're with me, right?
I mean, of course. I don't think I could go 5 minutes out in the sun without getting sunburned.
Like, okay, well, we'll situate when we're there.
Yes, go ahead and take the rainbow line up to the cloud bridge, and good luck.
I think if it's gonna be sunny, Delilah's also gonna bring a black parasol, keeping himself in the shade.
I'm waiting for the music video to drop for Delilah's band. Outfits.
Currently, my song ideas based on the previous episodes are "Jump in the Dragon" and "Fire Bad."
Fire bad. How do you get down to that? Okay, so all of you get your respective things. You load into the rainbow train, which in a helix ascends to the cloud city that sits at the very tippity top of Sunflower City. These cloud cities, they are situated right above the central shine capacitor, because rainbow light is projected from the central light capacitor in order to project your bodies into another central shine capacitor across the world. You arrive at the cloud city and you place a candid foot on the cloud, maybe somewhat afraid that it's not going to have purchase and that you're going to fall through to your death. But placing a foot on the cloud, it's like concrete. It's solid. And it takes you a little bit of convincing, but after a couple steps, you're certain that this can hold you up. It's very akin to an airport. First, you got to pass the RPA, the Reflection Protection Agency. It's sort of a very much like, take off all glasses if you're wearing them, put them in the bin. If you have water bottles, put them in the bin. If you have watches, put them in the bin.
Okay, I'll put it in the bin, but it's not a watch, it doesn't work.
Does it reflect? Put it in the bin.
Okay.
Move it along, folks.
Imagine Griff and I were already like set up, ready to go as we approached the scanners or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm a one bag traveler.
Yeah,
Pack like
we were
a change of
prepared.
socks, underwear, extra t-shirt.
You're like RPA pre-approved.
Yeah, yes. Yes, RPA pre-check.
We get to go into the Sunflower Lounge.
Oh.
Kick our feet up for a bit.
Premium members.
God, I should be calling my mom. You know, she used to tell me this thing where if you get transported, a perfect copy of you comes out the other side, but that you die. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just kind of worried. Like, I check out my mama and tell her I love her. I'm like, should I? Oh my God.
Well,
I don't want to do
if
this,
you
guys.
think
Can we
about it,
walk?
If we still have our shine powers, then we have to be the same person, right? Because the shine would just give our powers to clones of us.
No, I don't know. Maybe that's a better argument than I've heard before. But like, I won't be allowed to know this.
Well, at least we'll have an answer when we get to the other side.
Terrible. Shine Brigade had killed. Old Shine Brigade never had to come here. They never found out. Oh, yeah, I guess
You're
everybody
right.
died.
You know what? If I have to die for the Shine Brigade, I thought it'd be in a different way than this. Like, I thought it'd be during a battle and I'd made my peace. I had my will ready. But I guess if this is it. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Serving on the Shine Brigade with every single one of you.
Recklin, you'll be fine. Here, have a mini muffin from the Sunflower Lounge.
I don't want to die with a muffin in my stomach.
It's kind of strange, Recklin, isn't it? The only two people who are like okay with the bridge are the people who've already been on it.
I know, it's so weird. Oh, God.
Okay, so in order to get to Cloud 7, you first have to sort of take a layover to Cloud 6. The reason for this is because your bodies are transformed into rainbow light, which sort of moves in an arc over the planet's surface. But since Cloud 7 is sort of on the opposite side of the planet, first you have to be transmitted to Cloud 6, and then you can be transmitted to Cloud 7. It's a very fast process. It's not like traditional airfare because you move at the speed of light, which is very convenient. But you hear a voice over the loudspeaker. Now boarding for Cloud 6. Cloud 6 now boarding.
Right, that's us.
Oh, Michael kind of like wakes up from his. He's been napping in his seat. Some drool came down onto his shirt. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go?
Yeah, you gotta keep your ear out for the announcements. Does
I love you. I love you so much. What you doing for me? I gotta do this because I love this city too. All right. I'll be seeing you on the other side, whatever that means. I love you so much. Take care of Scooter for me. All right, yeah, I'm ready to go too. Let's go.
I'm just glad you don't call your ex.
Oh, I already texted him.
Okay. Griff just got like a little neck pillow and like his little ear pods in. And he's just like listening to music, taking like half a nap, an airport nap, if you will.
Does everyone have their Zap Pass?
I'd give mine to Griff, I think. Hey, Griff.
Do we have all of that? We really should have collected these.
Now boarding. All active military personnel, disabled, people who need a little bit of help getting onto the platform, and the Shine Brigade.
Oh, they knew we were here. I'll take that as my cue.
Okay, that's us. Come on, everybody.
Okay.
You step onto this massive circular glass platform. You see that the room is currently completely dark. You can only see the dim light coming through the door that you entered. On the bottom, there's this massive darkened platform that cuts off the central shine capacitor from shining light through this area. You all sort of stand awkwardly on the platform as more and more people are boarding. And before you leave, you get a pre-flight announcement. Thank you for flying with Cloud 1. We know you don't have very many choices in terms of cloud travel, but we'd like to thank you for choosing our humble little cloud for your trip to, your paper slipping. Cloud 6. Please make sure to keep your arms and limbs inside of the glass container at all times. Know that if at any point you stick your arms or limbs outside, part of your body could be decomposed and sent to a different part of the world entirely. Please make sure that all reflective surfaces have been removed and safely stored inside of an approved bag. Keep in mind that failure to comply here could once again disembowel your body and send its component parts across the universe.
They don't sugarcoat it. I like that.
Are my eyeballs too reflective? I'm so scared right now.
You gotta stop
They're gonna
crying.
pop out. Oh my
Recklin, you
God.
gotta stop crying.
Oh
It's
my
making
God.
your eyes more reflective.
Oh, fuck. I'm so...
Oh, God.
Can you just keep them shut?
Okay.
If you and your child are having an existential crisis regarding the nature of existence, and if, when reconstructed by your component parts, you are a different person altogether, please refer to the Ship of Theseus. You should find a pamphlet underneath your feet right now. In case of existential dread, please make sure to address your own existential dread before assisting the existential dread of your children.
Oh my God.
Theseus done. Good.
Amazing.
I tell you, this pamphlet is gigantic. I can't even read any of the print on it either.
So wait, locations are known as Cloud 6, Cloud 7, but the flight itself is Cloud 1?
So the cloud that you're currently on is called Cloud 1. There are 10 cloud bridges that span across the world, each corresponding to the major cities. And so Sunflower City being the most major city, the most populous city, is known as Cloud 1, or at least the airport above it, the Cloud City, is known as Cloud 1.
So above each of the major cities is a cloud.
Yes, there is a cloud and a central shine capacitor in each of the cities.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can roll a history check if you want to know more.
No, Delilah wouldn't.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're just about ready to make our way here. Please do enjoy your flight, and thanks once again for flying Cloud 1. You hear mechanical whirring. The ground beneath you begins to grow brighter and brighter as this massive platform that darkens out the connection from the central shine capacitor begins to mechanically separate. You hear a whirring noise, and for a couple of you, your heart flutters a little bit.
I grab Recklin's hand like,
No, you can't get outside the glass container. You fucking get inside the glass container. Don't try, I know it's you. Put your hands next to your body.
And he's just standing there, like, flipping through a book.
Could have prepared calm emotions today.
I'm fine. We're keeping it.
You feel the warmth of the shine cascade around you as a brilliant array of rainbow light fills every corner of the room. And in a second, you are flying. You're moving faster than you've ever moved before. Your entire body feels light. Thank you. And in a flash, in a second, before you can even realize what's going on, you find yourselves at Cloud 6, standing on another platform of glass. And then you hear mechanical whirring again, and the black sort of canopy beneath you falls out, and once again you're transported to Cloud 7. You look around you, and once again you're standing on the same technology, a large glass platform. And a voice comes over the loudspeaker. Click. Well, local time, 3:54 in the afternoon. Current weather report. Well, the whole air is filled with ash. The volcano is imminent in exploding, and it is 98 degrees out. Let me be the first to welcome you guys to Paradise, Cloud 7. Thanks for flying with us. Hope to see you again soon. Click.
Recklin,
What's up?
do you want to see if your shine powers still work? Would that make you feel better?
I don't think so. I have a pain in my pinky right now. I didn't have this before. I don't know what's up.
Were you clenching your hands really
No,
hard?
I don't. Yes, I was, but it hurts really bad now. But not that much. But in a way, I don't know if I've ever felt my pinky feel before. It's a new pain. It's a pain I haven't felt before because it's a new pinky.
I'm gonna call up my shine armor just on the spot to see if I can calm Recklin down. See, everything's okay.
I've got some shine magic for that, Recklin. Here, let me help. Delilah isn't even going to turn into her shine form. She's not going to cast any spells, but she's just going to hold your hand in between her two hands and kind of mutter to herself.
Okay.
Does that feel any better, Recklin?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's amazing.
There you go.
Okay.
What is the kind of general response to being flung across the world at the speed of light? Is it kind of like Galaxy Quest when they like land there and they're like, or is it like just totally business as usual?
Yeah, really, it's like you were in one place, you felt this speed, you felt this warmth. You land again and you get a little bit of vertigo, but it's not brutal. It's not like you've been completely upended. You feel mostly normal, just a little bit queasy.
And if we're probably standing just up in the ash right now on a cloud.
So yes, you are on a cloud. The area that you're in is completely enclosed, except for the top and the bottom, which opens and closes when light is transmitted through it. The cloud bridge is sort of like I said, an airport. So it's like a building in its own right. It's enclosed, it's ventilated, it's kind of nice. Walking outside of the main platform and looking through the windows, though, You see that the air is completely cascaded in this thick blackness. You see little bits of debris fly against the window and stick against it for a moment and then flutter off. The distinct smell of fire once again fills your nostrils, similar to Corti-tech. The heat hits you immediately like a wall of moisture. You immediately start sweating. It is brutal, and the air conditioning is doing nothing to stem the tide. Welcome to Cloud 7.
Paradise.
This is nothing like what they said it was in the brochures.
That's how they get you.
This HVAC system's embarrassing. I don't know why they call themselves. My God, can't handle a little bit of ash. What kind of filters we got in there, HEPA? What the hell we doing?
You would have hated the HVAC system in my shop.
No, I
Never
would have.
worked.
Oh,
Not once. I think we had AC for one day.
God.
Yeah, no
And
more.
it was in midwinter.
It was the only time we didn't want it. And it was blowing hard.
You're greeted by a older woman, probably late 50s, early 60s. You see deep wrinkles scattered throughout her entire body as though she's lived a lifetime of stress. Her hair is ash white, her skin also ash white. She wears darkened clothing, maybe a little bit too much for how hot it is, but it seems to be well insulated. And on her face, you see that she wears a heavy ventilated mask. In her hands, she carries a set of 5 more heavily ventilated masks and hands one to each of you. You hear kind of a staticky, like, radio communication sound come through these masks that you've put on. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. How do we adjust the volume on these things?
There should be a dial that is on the right side of the mask. You can adjust that as you like.
Oh, okay. I hear you now.
It is nice to meet you. I believe that Eli Carnation. I believe that Smith Bellflower told you that I would be meeting you here. My name is Lisa Matsutake. I am the central engineer for Paradise's central shine capacitor. I really appreciate all of you coming here today. I will warn you, the path to get down into town is a little bit shaky. We lost power to the train system that typically operates up to the Cloud Bridge, and so we've had to recommission a couple of pollinators to work as transportation vehicles for the time being.
Did you say pollinators?
Yes.
Hold on, the big bee things?
Well, yes, the big bee things.
And you're sure that's safe?
It's not totally safe, but I'm afraid it's as good as we got right now. I'm sure that you guys will be fine. You are the Shine Brigade, after all.
I'm sure we can handle ourselves. Can't we, Shine Brigade?
after that hellish, terrible, horrific travel we just experienced, I'd be happy to go on a pollinator.
Okay, well, it might be a little bit disorienting. I recommend looking in front of you as much as you can, for the air is difficult to see through at this time of day. All right, are you ready?
Yeah. There's no other way we can travel.
Well, if you have another method of getting down from here, then I suppose.
It'll be fine, right, Griff? You know about these things, yeah?
I thought so, and I think so.
Well, they're not doing. Okay, you tell me if they're doing any of that glitchy stuff like the other one was. Actually, no, don't tell me. Don't tell me until we get to the ground.
Okay, I'll look for it and I won't tell you.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine.
You all hop on the backs of the pollinators. It's sort of an uneasy thing. You feel the cold tang of metal as you mount to the top of them. The heavy sound of buzzing fills your ears as its heavy wings flap against the darkened ash, and they start descending deeper and deeper into the air. After what feels like, you can't really tell, maybe an hour, maybe 2, you arrive at what looks to be the shape of a house. You can recognize its component parts, where the roof is supposed to be, where the ceilings might be, where a yard once was. All of it is covered in ash. It's darkened beyond view, beyond anything more than basic recognition. She leads you inside of this small little house. And you notice that, as opposed to the outside, this place looks clean. This place has breathable air, and though it is still rather hot in here, it seems like a place that somebody could reasonably live. You see that Lisa Matsutake takes off her mask. Hey, it's safe to take off your masks here.
I am going to be washing the smell of brimstone out of my hair for weeks.
I'm afraid that sort of becomes the standard when you live here. Something you become smell blind to.
It's not always like this here, is it?
It's usually not this bad, but in recent years, well, let me explain. We have a system set up here where we use green crystals to stem the tide of the eruption, to slow down time so that we can try to figure out a better way to fix it.
So you're saying that the volcano is currently erupting?
Yes, the volcano has been erupting for a long time now. I'm afraid mistakes from my predecessors have made it worse. In the past, my predecessors tried to cool the volcano using violet crystals, but that was before we had a understanding of the nature of eruptions. As you might imagine, adding an element of cool just increased the pressure and sped the eruption up even faster. We brought in the Shine Brigade as consultants, and with the help of Richard Oak, we managed to slow it down enough to set up an infrastructure around it, but it seems that infrastructure has started to deteriorate, which is why I requested that you come here, so that perhaps we could buy a little bit more time for this place.
Sure, we can do that. More Shine techie people. That's not too hard, right? What kind of timeline are we talking, do you think?
Well, aren't you the green light expert?
Well, I mean, I can use it, but crystals? Look, I've never charged a crystal before.
And you think that we have?
Well, I don't know. You're all Shine mechanic-y types, right?
Maybe if we could just get a better look at the device,
Yes.
then we could make a better assumption.
We would be happy to do that. The problem is, our central shine capacitor and most of our main architecture exists somewhat beneath the volcano. You see, due to the nature of our major export mining operation, we were required to build a significant amount of our infrastructure underground, and with the lapse of green light, a lot of the caves have been overrun with magma. We know still of one access tunnel that can lead into the central shine capacitor room. However, we're not sure how safe a journey it is.
Surely there's some sort of scouting machinery or something you guys can do, right?
Maybe if I had more time, I could figure out a way to use the microbots, but I don't have... They're not ready for that kind of thing yet.
I might have something.
Okay, great. Solutions. I'm a bit out of my depth on this one.
How many people are here in Paradise?
Well, with the recent advancements in the magma flow, we have evacuated the majority of the population of Paradise already. The people still here are, I suppose, like me, the most stubborn. This place is something that people call home, that a lot of people care a lot about. But if things don't go to plan, then I suppose we'll have no choice but to evacuate everybody. I believe there should be about 100 or so people left here.
I thought Daffodil was all about living in harmony with nature, letting nature run its course.
It's true. I suppose that is a good point. But, well, when the Civil War in Cerulean happened and many people came to Daffodil, many of the former residents of Cerulean sought out a region that was similar to their home. A place where sunshine did not pierce through very often. A place where it would be dark and comfortable. And many refugees came here and formed sort of a community. And I know that stopping the tide of this volcano is not akin to nature, but, well, as I said, this place means a lot to a lot of people.
You don't think this could be sabotage, do you?
I'm not sure who would have purpose to sabotage it.
This is a place for cerulean refugees, and some of the stuff we've been seeing in the media recently. I wonder if it's related. I'm just talking out loud, though.
In this kind of environment, I feel pretty doubtful we're going to see any media, frankly.
Yeah, but maybe they were
Probably
reading all those mean articles I was seeing on the news about, about your dad, about some real nasty anti-cerulean stuff out there. The timing makes me intrigued. But that's neither here nor there. Motive doesn't really matter right now, does it?
And at least Tia Tumbleweed can't possibly follow us here.
Oh, I'm sure she's down there in the pits of hell.
Have you noticed any suspicious activity amongst your staff recently?
I trust all of my staff completely with my full self. The people that work down there I've known since we all came here originally.
Isn't anybody outside of your staff? Has there been anybody else in there?
Well, I mean, there's been visitation to Paradise once in a while by families from all over the world, but I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
When did all of this begin?
It began about a week ago. That's when we first started noticing it. The efficacy of our green crystals suddenly stopped. Sort of a malfunction that we weren't expecting.
You said that Richard Oak helped make that part, right?
At the beginning, yes. The original Shine Brigade came here and assisted us in the green light technology.
About a week ago, how does that compare to everything that went down at Corti-tech?
So Corti-tech was like 2-3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does that compare with the previous Shine Brigade's disappearance?
Yeah, so the previous Shine Brigade's disappearance was at this point probably 3 weeks to a month ago.
If Richard maybe made it, maybe you can fix it somehow. We just gotta get you in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I can try my best.
I gotta take a look. I do have something that we can use to look at it from further away, from a long ways away. I don't know how much that'll help, but it might do something.
Is there any magma in the access tunnel?
The one that I speak of? Probably a little bit. At this point, it's hard to tell. The situation just grows, I guess, worse. The more time passes.
Well, you said we need a plan.
Yeah.
I think we send out my little guy here. Micheal is going to take out its toy tank with eyes on the front of it, and the barrel bends like an elephant's nose. And he's gonna do a. Maybe you could do that for her. I could try to do it.
You're gonna make me make an elephant noise.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember the pathetic sound I tried to make from the monkey?
You did a great job with Scooter.
Oh, he's so good with Scooter. You got this.
50%. 50-50 shot.
I just. Okay. I'm gonna look up an elephant noise.
No reference. You got it. What do you feel like our elephant sounds like?
Pure.
That's the sound. That's the sound an elephant makes, dude. Yeah, you're right. Sounds like a feral cat. Which is what elephants sound like here.
That's amazing.
Elephants are very carnivorous, very scary.
You're doing great, buddy. I'm gonna call you Dumbo. All right.
The Disney owns that one.
I'm gonna call you. I was about to say Cumbo instead.
Gotta go further down the alphabet, buddy.
But I can't go Yumbo. I have to go the other way. We'll call you Hank. Hank, you like that? You like that name, buddy? Hank the Tank. All right, great.
Is it angry? Is that a happy noise or a mad noise?
They love doing their job, which is whatever I told them. So yeah, he's very happy right
Does it have something stuck in its trunk or something? It's a little broken. Did someone step on it?
now. I don't think so. I mean, unless maybe going through the teleporter. Hold on. Micheal grabs a screwdriver and it just straight up the nose and then pulls it out.
All right, that should sound better.
What
now.
is that?
Yeah, it should be more cleared out now. There's probably just some gunk stuck in there. Let's hear your better elephant noise then. I know you have a worse one and a better one, so now I want to hear if please.
I'm gonna go deeper this time.
Money.
Well, I mean, it's a little better, right?
Not so easy, is it?
Trying to do like the lip trumpet thing. You know? Yeah.
That's a steam
Welcome to Shine Brigade ASMR.
Welcome to Abomination Park.
Tanky, would you like more of that reconstruction pancake? Tanky's getting it all up. That's crazy.
Is anybody confident in their elephant sound? Does anybody have like a solid like
You had the right technique, I think, so.
It's somewhere in there, man.
I wouldn't dare edit in an elephant.
Yeah, no, I got the worst one.
Okay, the elephant makes all those noises. It's just broken. It's broken beyond belief. It's terrible.
Hank, I need you to point him in the direction of the access tunnel. I need you to move forward, and if you see anything dangerous, any red, any hot, you tell me, okay?
I think I want Craig's elephant noise for this one, for this affirmation.
Okay. All right, Hank. Yeah. All right.
I'm getting better.
Little man's got this. I love this guy. And I would like to send him down the tunnel and us follow about a short distance back behind him.
We'll have to travel to the access tunnel first.
Oh, this isn't the Actus? What am I pointing him at here?
We just put him down a chimney. Oh no, wait. Oh, he's already so dusty.
No!
You just sent him down the sewer, which is fine. So the sewer system does eventually lead into the central shine capacitor. At least the room. Yes, our ventilation system is complicated enough to handle that.
Well, I need to be close enough to him so that we can hear him.
You have to go through the sewer?
Well, we could go through the access tunnel, I suppose. We could also go through the sewer if that is what you want.
Let's go through the recommended route.
Yeah, because eventually the sewers lead into a array of yellow gems that turn ash into metals, and I don't want to know what that would do to a living, breathing being.
You know what they say? Sewers are the HVAC of the sea. I would have loved to see it, but... Sorry.
Well, I'm sure, I mean, we can... On the way, you'll see a couple features of our HVAC system. Have you ever heard of the... Sorry, one sec.
You actually have something prepared for this? HVAC of the sea. That's my band. HVAC of the sea.
Have you ever heard of the Alchemy Infrastructure Respirator Mark II?
Oh. You had one of them?
Yes, we actually developed it here.
Oh my god. Is that the access tunnel?
It is actually, the entire city is on the Air Mark II.
Oh my god.
Yes, we made a large push for it when the city first began to fill with ash as to provide breathable air for the citizens.
I'm so sorry I talked bad about your airport.
It's...
Your HVAC there is not good. But the rest of it, I mean, I guess it's a pretty adverse condition, ain't it? It's a pretty adverse condition.
Yes.
Actually, you know, if it's more dusty because you wanted a certain... Actually, the fact that it's not working now because there's so much more dust speaks to it being a good HVAC system.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no. I get you. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm talking shop. Hey, Tinky, how you doing there, buddy? All right, yeah. Let's get rolling.
He's doing fine. He's doing good.
I mean, that's what I told him, Bryn, but I think Mr. Michael Brown would rather crawl over a bed of hot coals than maybe admit he's a little bit wrong about an alternator. And I just figured it'd be better to let sleeping dogs lie on that one. And, by the way, thank you for meeting me for coffee on such short notice, Bryn. I really do appreciate it.
I'm not really sure I'd call short notice leaving a voicemail message that you're at Parkway, you've just ordered 2 coffees, and hey, Bryn, would you happen to be free for a chat right now? Seems like more a declaration of plans, not exactly short notice, but you can call me anytime, Recklin. I ain't gonna feel even a little bit bad telling you I'm busy if I'm busy. You know that. And as for that Mike Brown character, I used to have a boss like that when I first started out. Guy always had to know what's best. Drove me up a wall. Remember one time we were servicing a Canyon EAL handler on the Fritz, and before we even got to the roof, the guy was already writing a PO for a pricey replacement thermocouple saying he knew Canyons, and this had to be a faulty thermocouple. He even told me I was wasting my time opening the unit. Well, wasn't his face red when we opened up the handler and the condensing coil was completely caked with cottonwood. Thing was running like a dream after we cleaned it off, and the guy couldn't even look me in the eye for a whole week. Some people.
Oh, there's no helping some people. But, I figure I really don't have any business judging anyone else given all the dumb stuff I've done to handlers over the years. Oh, man. And now that I'm in the Shine Brigade.
The Shine Brigade. How's that been?
It's been weird. I'm not really sure how I'd describe it. It's like Recklin from the Shine Brigade. He feels like he's like someone I've seen on TV, you know? He's not me. But people, like really important people, come up to me and they start asking me questions like I'm actually that guy on TV. It's like I don't even know how to put it. It's like I wore an Astroman, like a cheap Astroman costume to a party, and for some reason everyone at this party is just completely convinced that the real Astroman actually came to this party, and everyone's just so excited that this Astroman came to visit. They're losing their minds. They're patting him on the back for defeating all the bad guys on TV, or worse, they're asking Astroman for advice, and I'm just sitting in the middle of this crowd, bewildered, like, well, feeling like a liar, honestly, that my crappy $20 costume somehow got their hopes up. God, sometimes I can't even watch the news without feeling, I don't know, ashamed or guilty, maybe? I've been having trouble sleeping sometimes, just imagining how I could say something stupid. And suddenly everyone's just gonna realize that the Astroman in front of them is just Recklin Brookridge in a plastic mask and a discount spandex suit. And I just know it would break everyone's heart if they found out it was me wearing the costume. But sometimes I almost feel angry, frustrated, having to be that Recklin from TV. I mean, for all this, I had my life. It wasn't perfect, but I spent years making it mine again after I threw it away. And now suddenly it feels like I'm losing control, like my life isn't mine anymore, and I don't know how to take it back. I don't think I can. I just have to keep going, you know? I owe it to people. I have to keep going. I have to be that Recklin.
Recklin, you say I have to too much. You don't have to do anything.
No.
Do you? Honestly, I'm tired of hearing you tell me I have to do this. It's exhausting, Recklin, and it's not even like that kind of talk even works. Running through life, pushing forward only with, what, guilt and a bunch of obligations to others you invented for yourself, obligations that nobody is asking of you, it doesn't help anybody. You'll burn out eventually, and the only thing after the burnout is usually just old bad habits. We both know this all too well, Recklin.
I don't just have to do this, Bryn. I want this. For me, I like the man that I see on TV. I like the way it seems like he's never lived the life that I've lived. I want this so bad, it hurts so bad, it doesn't even feel real sometimes. Bryn, I need this.